the tree where they strung up a man. They say you murdered three. Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where a dead man called out for his lovely? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you, are you coming to the tree where told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you, are you coming to the tree with a necklace of rope side by side with me? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Woo! All right, that's it, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. On to the next one.
Good job.
Thank you. Did you hear the backing vocals?
No.
That's all right.
No, we can't hear the back. I have you on YouTube.
All right, cool. No worries.
So,
I'll have to turn up the back vocals. No worries.
so apparently Sir Elan was like super, super loud, but they couldn't hear me.
Maybe it's our devices.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough.
I did move my whole setup closer because you guys are all super close and I look far away.
We want to see more of your luscious body.
Oh shit! No.
I did
I believe in you.
Lost two. But one
You
of
can
them
do
was-
it. I'm going mute.
Oh, it's my turn, huh?
Yep.
Oh no. Okay. Which one should I say?
That's you.
Ah, fine. Okay. All right. So I don't know. Everyone's doing introductions, and I'm new to this.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the good things. So, the kingdom we hail from is Umbria in Phoenix.
Yeah. And I'm Carwena Penrose,
Ajlan Dalain.
and he's my emotional support. And but I'm going to sing the Irish ballad. All right, I'm gonna sing first.
And your turn too.
Okay. About a maid, I'll sing a song. Sing rickety tickety tin. About a maid, I'll sing a song who didn't have her family long. Not only did she do them wrong, she did every one of them in. She did every one of them in. One morning in a fit of pique, sing rickety tickety tin. One morning in a fit of pique, she drowned her father in the creek. The water tasted bad for a week, and we had to make do with gin. We had to make do with gin. Her mother, she could never stand rickety tickety tin. Her mother, she could never stand, and so a cyanide soup she planned. The mother died with a soup in her hands, and her face in a hideous grin, a grin. Her face in a hideous grin. She set her sister's hair on fire, rickety tickety tin. She set her sister's hair on fire, and as the smoke and flame rose higher, she danced around the funeral pyre, playing a violin, playing a violin. She weighted her brother down with stones, rickety tickety tin. She weighted her brother down with stones and sent him off to Davy Jones. And all they ever found were bones and occasional pieces of skin, occasional pieces of skin. One day when she had nothing to do, rickety tickety tin. One day when she had nothing to do, she cut her baby brother in two and served him up as an Irish stew. Invited the neighbors in, and invited the neighbors in. And when at last the police came by, rickety-tickety-tin, and when at last the police came by, her little prank she did not deny. To do so she would have to lie. And lying she knew was a sin, and lying she knew was a sin. My tragic tale I won't prolong, rickety-tickety-tin. My tragic tale I won't prolong, and if you did not enjoy the song, you yourselves to blame for it's too long. You should never have let me begin. You should never have let me begin.
Huzzah! That was really funny.
That was awesome. Woo!
Thank
I
you.
loved all the facial expressions of your support animal.
You should get him a little vest.
Very nice. Very
That
nice.
was awesome.
I don't know if you noticed
Very
it.
cool.
A little bit, but
I like when she cut him in two,
yeah.
Dude,
and he's like,
It's like this song keeps getting more messed up.
I know. I
When
like
he
it.
went to your sister's house and he had food over there. What was that meat that he ate?
Awesome.
Twerk like no mutton I'd never had before. Yes, I am.
Sure.
Hello, everyone. Sir Bjorn Swiftpaw here from the wonderful kingdom of Rocks Fjord. I'm currently in Las Vegas, Nevada, IRL. Quick announcement. A few minutes ago, we had our fire alarm going off over here because one of our roommates was cooking in the kitchen. I think we've got it under control, but I apologize. I'll mute out if it goes off again. For my song that I'm singing, it's not exactly a period piece either, but it is, again, in the spirit of it. It'll remind some of those of you that you have this to re-binge or to binge anew if you haven't seen it yet. This is Toss a Coin to Your Witcher from the series on Netflix, The Witcher. When a humble bard graced a ride along with Geralt of Rivia, along came this song. When the white wolf fought a silver-tongued devil, his army of elves at his hooves did they revel. They came after me with masterful deceit, broke down my lute and kicked in my teeth, while the devil's horns minced our tender meat. And so cried the Witcher, he can be bleat. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty. At the edge of the world fought the mighty horde that bashes and breaks you and brings you the morn. Oh, he thrust every elf far back on the shelf, high up on the mountain from whence it came. He wiped out your pest, he got kicked in the chest. He's a friend of humanity, so give him his rest. And that's my epic tale. Our champion prevailed, defeated the villain. Now pour him some ale. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher, a friend of humanity. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher, a friend of humanity. And that's that.
Woo!
I haven't practiced
That's
that
my
one very
right,
much, except for maybe
brother.
a few times in my car.
That
So
brings back a lot of memories of that show.
to
Awesome.
improve upon that one, I think my rhythm was a little bit off. I think it's a little bit slower, but I'll figure it out. Thank you.
I thought it was
Excellent.
artistic
Well, you should watch
licensing,
the
and it
show
was
then if you
beautiful.
haven't, because it's a great song and a great show.
It was great.
And I love
artistic
that part in that.
licensing. I loved it.
Yeah.
I really like the nice baritone range you were going for. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons I chose it is because Yasker has a few money notes, but for the most part, that song is like just a little ups and downs. So I figured it was a good warm-up song.
It was awesome.
Good job.
Thanks. I may reprise that one again at some point and do it better, but yeah. Let's do it. Oh shit!
Hello. So I am Regina Unwell. I also hail from Umbria, which is here in Phoenix. I'm going to be singing The Old Triangle, which is also not a period song, but kind of in the vein. So we'll get started. A hungry feeling came on me stealing, and the mice were squealing in my prison cell. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. To begin the morning, a screw was bawling, "Get up, you Bowsy, and clean out yourself." And that old triangle went jingle jangle along the banks of the Royal Canal. Oh, the screw was peeping as lads were sleeping, and he lay there dreaming of his girl Sal. And that old triangle went jingle jangle along the banks of the Royal Canal. On a fine spring evening, the lads lay dreaming, and the seagulls were wailing high above the wall. And that old triangle went jingle jangle along the banks of the Royal Canal. Oh, the wind was sighing, and the day was dying, as the lad sat crying in his prison cell. And that old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. In the women's prison, there are 70 women, and I wish it was with them that I did dwell. And that old triangle went jingle bloody jangle on the banks of the Royal Canal.
Good job.
Good job.
Woo! That was awesome.
I hadn't heard that one
Super
before.
awesome.
Is that from something or just a colloquial song?
The 50s.
Okay,
Those are nice.
it was a cool one.
Beautiful.
It's
Thank you.
awesome.
With their speakers so you can connect it and hear what they're saying.
Okay.
Me? Oh, my turn. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Dame Kendra, and I'm from Terraneuve. And the first song that I'm going to sing for you, it is an Irish folk song. That's pretty much all I know about it. I first heard it when I went to a concert at San Diego State with my mother when I was a child, and there were a couple of Estonian folk singers that decided to sing a couple of Irish folk songs. So here's one. There wasn't a woman from Wexford, in Wexford she did dwell. She loved her husband dearly, but another man twice as well. Me rightful little Marilyn, me rightful really. One day she went to the doctor, some medicine for to find. Dear doctor, make me something that will make me young and blind. Me rightful little Marilyn, me rightful really. He said, feed him eggs and marrow-bones and make him suck them all. It wasn't very long after that, he can't see you at all. Me rightful little Marilyn, me rightful really. So she fed him eggs and marrow-bones and made him suck them all. It wasn't very long after that, he couldn't see the walls. Me rightful little Marilyn, me rightful really. Can you see me? Huh? No, I can't see you at all. He said I'd go to drown myself, but to fear it is a sin. Says she, I'll go along with ye and help to push you in. Me rightful little Marilyn, me rightful really. So they went together to the riverbank, and I see them standing there. The woman, she stepped back a bit to rush and push him in. But the old man quietly stepped aside, and she went tumbling in. Me rightful little Marilyn, me rightful really. How longly did she yell, and how longly did she call? But the old man was standing on the shore, he couldn't see her at all. Me rightful little Marilyn, me rightful really. For the end of the story, I'll tell you this. The wax and max and marrow-bones may make your old man blind, but if you want to drown him, you must creep up close behind. Me rightful little Marilyn, me rightful really.
That's awesome.
Woo!
And morbid and a good story.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's something in common with that other song.
Right?
We'll go with that other song she sang about a baby going down with the bathwater.
Yeah, right?
Oh my goodness. Like third time's the charm or what?
I
I
believe
think
in
it's
you.
just that we love hearing you sing so much.
All right. Let's see, hopefully they can hear this one. Okay, so we're good. All right. So my name is Princess Gabrielle Silverhand. This is my third attempt at this song, so hopefully you can hear it this time. I hail from Varheim, which is in British Columbia, Canada. And yeah, so the first one I'm going to do is called Cups. And then we'll go from there. I got my ticket for the long way round. 2 bottle whiskey for the way. And I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow, what do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I've got the ticket for the long way round, the one with the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got sights to give you shivers, but sure would be prettier with you. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my taco. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone, when I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my taco. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. That's one.
That was awesome. It was
All right.
amazing.
Okay, so second one is actually a filk, and I named it The Journey. And this was one I wrote in 2003. It's been a while. But I wrote it specifically with our medieval group in mind and in the spirit of medieval songs from a more modern tune that I've known since I was a child. So hopefully it goes okay. As I went a-walking one morning in spring, I met with some travelers in an old country lane. One was a squire, the other a knight. The third was a young lad who sang with delight. With the stars up to guide us and the moon lights our way, there's no land that's beyond us as we go day by day. We have bread and fishes and a jug of our wine to share on our journey with all of mankind. So I asked them to tell me all the places they'd been, of lands and their countries, of kings and their queens. For I have not journeyed beyond that there road. Oh, please won't you tell me your stories untold? With the stars up to guide us and the moon lights our way, there's no land that's beyond us as we go day by day. We have bread and fishes and a jug of our wine to share on our journey with all of mankind. The young lad, he smiled as he spoke of the king whom he met just last year at a country tourney. He was brave and he's bold and he fought with great might. The young lad said proudly, I will be his knight. With the stars up to guide us and the moon lights our way, there's no land that's beyond us as we go day by day. We have bread and fishes and a jug of our wine to share on our journey with all of mankind. The squire stepped forward and spoke of fair lands, surrounded by seashores and miles of white sands. He showed me some seashells he had gathered while there. The one that he gave me was gorgeously rare. With the stars up to guide us and the moon lights our way, there's no land that's beyond us as we go day by day. We have bread and fishes and a jug of our wine to share on our journey with all of mankind. Lastly, the old knight stepped forward and said that honor and chivalry would never be dead. For he had lived his life this way so far. He inspired me so much to live life on par. With the stars up to guide us and the moon lights our way, there's no land that's beyond us as we go day by day. We have bread and fishes and a jug of our wine to share on our journey with all of mankind. We parted that evening like the best of friends. I smiled and I waved as they walked round the bend. Never will I forget the stories they told, for I'll share them with my kids till I'm very old. With the stars up to guide them and the moon lights their way, there's no land that's beyond them as they go on their way. They have bread and fishes and a jug of our wine to share on their journey with all of mankind.
Yay!
Woo! That was
Very well done. I really, really like that one. You wrote that?
Awesome.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Been a
That was
lot-
beautiful.
It's a long time since I've sung that one, actually.
Yeah.
That was really
That's
good.
cool.
I like
You
it.
actually wrote that one yourself, though? That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's called The Edge of Night. It's from The Lord of the Rings. And we're going to give it a shot anyway and see what happens. Here we go. Home is behind, the world ahead. There are many paths to tread, through shadow to the edge of night, until the stars are all alive. Mist and shadow, cloud and shade, all shall fade, all shall fade. That's it. It's a short one.
Hey!
Yay, me.
Yay!
You always have to like wait for the applause to come. You're like, did I do a good job? And then you're like, oh wait, all right, there's everybody clapping.
Everybody has to unmute first.
Right, exactly, yeah.
My problem is I celebrate and then I realize I have to unmute and then I unmute and have to celebrate again. So it's like, oh.
Did the backing vocals come through that time?
I still didn't really hear him, bro.
I heard them a little bit.
A little
All
bit.
right, a little bit. All right.
I heard them a little
Always
bit.
supposed to be there a little bit. That's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
That is a great song,
We're
though.
getting attacked by the here.
It is a great song.
Okay. I think so.
Yeah, mic's on.
Mic is on. Okay. So yeah. So this next song I'm going to sing is called Dragon Bride's Tale, and I believe a friend of mine wrote. I actually didn't ask her if she wrote it, but she's the only person I've ever heard sing it. And but she is part of the SDA, and this is one of her songs. She's Colette the Bard. Oh, hold on, there's something stupid. Okay, let's hope I can do this justice. All right. Lords and ladies gather round, Colette the Bard has come to town, telling an extraordinary tale. I've journeyed forth from fair Caid, that my story you may heed, and my frightening words try not to tell. I tell you I have met a devil written on its back, smelled its breath and felt its frozen scales. I've seen its jagged razor teeth and met its eyes of black, and still survive to share with you my tale. As a bard, my heart I trust, and give into my wanderlust, and go wherever my feet choose to fly. Seek adventure that I must, and always have this tip for us: please shun the hearth and home of quiet life. Never in my wildest dream would I have thought my way would lead me into peril such as this. Never would I dream that I would fall into its blaze, fall victim to a dragon's fiery kiss. Traveling through the mountains yon, I discovered at the break of dawn a heavenly music floating through the air. Fearing it would soon be gone, I traced the music o'er and on, and fell upon a sleeping dragon's lair. Its sleeping home entranced me so, and common sense did flee. I sat amidst its silver and its gold. The moment that I did so, it awoke and encircled me. In its claws so terrible and cold. Womanling, how can you dare to come inside a dragon's lair? Don't you know we feast upon your type? I closed my eyes to cries they give, and wondered at what punitive atrocity might soon end my life. The dragon seemed bewildered as I wailed my woe with me. I felt its evil claws relax and fall. Very well, I'll let you live if here my wife you'll be, and never again go outside these halls. I gathered up my bravery, consented to this slavery, was dressed in silk and diamonds all white. We said our vows and my voice shook, and round my waist his closet hook. He drew me in, his grip growing tight. Will you not now kiss your groom, for I have spared your life? I shuddered, kissed the snout, tried not to cry. My dear, said he, so happy you have made me I could fly. Threw me on his back and took off through the night. As we flew out toward the sea, my courage I then gathered me, released the spike that up till now I held. For free or dead I'd rather be than forced a wife in tyranny. And as I fell in darkness, the beast yelled, should I ever find you again, your death it will be mine. This vow that you have broken now is done. I will not be generous, we meet a second time, and every challenge taken I have won. Lords and ladies, there's my story, not of conquest, not of glory, but to say that dragons still exist. Be leery of the mountains far, or better yet, stay near your hearth if your life you are determined to live. As for me, I travel still, my lesson not to heed, hiding away from my wayward groom. Now my story's at the end, there's nothing left to say, for on this page I have run out of room. And that's that.
Woo, that was awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
At some point, there was a vehicle that sounded like a dragon.
Yeah, it kind of was perfect timing, actually.
Actually, it's some person screaming on the other side. You don't know what to do.
I don't know what happened, but
it sounded like a dragon
all of a
roar.
sudden was yelling across the road.
I was like, wow. It's like you guys planned that. It's cool.
That's beautiful.
Well
Everybody with the effects. We got backup singers. We got fucking dragon roars. We got percussion. I was step my game up. I need like some little fire jets behind me tomorrow or something.
Right. Come on.
I'm going to use visual aids and props.
I like it.
Oh, it's me again. That's right.
Okay,
hello, everybody. Welcome back to my portion of this. I'm going to do a song from Game of Thrones called Hands of Gold. So we're doing things a little poppy this time around this week. Here we go. Let's scoot back a little bit. I feel like I'm like right up in the camera. He rode through the streets of the city, down from his hill on high, o'er the winds and the steps and the cobbles. He rode to a woman's sigh, for she was a secret treasure. She was his shame and his bliss, and a cast chain and a keep are nothing compared to a woman's kiss. For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm. For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm. And there he stood with sword in hand, the last Daries 10, and read the the grass beneath his feet, and read his banners bright, and read the glow of the setting sun that bathed him in its light. Come on, the great Lord called, my sword is hungry still. With the cry of savage raised, they swarmed across the rill. And with the cry of savage rage, they swarmed across the rill. For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm. For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm. He rode through the streets of the city, down from his hill on high, o'er the winds and the steps and the cobbles. He rode to a woman's sigh, for she was his secret treasure. She was his shame and his bliss, and a chain and a keep are nothing compared to a woman's kiss. For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm. For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm. For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm. For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm. All right, that's that one.
Woo! That was awesome. Good
Well
job,
done.
I do love me some GOT songs. They had
Hell
a
yeah.
great collection.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Good collection.
So I guess it's me.
It is you.
Okay. So a couple warnings. One, I don't speak Welsh, and this is in Welsh, so it's definitely phonetic. Two, it's meant for a soprano, which I'm definitely not. So I'm going to do the very best I can with it. But it's called Sugan. It's from the 1800s. It's a Welsh lullaby. Hina blentyn a van manwes glid a haered adiuhan rakia mamsin di madanad kayed mamsi dan vabron Ni haiftima arif kanten ni nainden atiga hinandar well anwel blinten hinan roina frandalam Hinandawel, hina, hinandaitu, slusailin, pamagoiten, awen gweni, gwenendian, aidain, Ayan, yanendehin, anatinyon, tiganin, ilangwinin, oldanino, ilandawa, avavron, Aida gavni mondolen, Gwira gira havo. Aida gavni talachunik, Swia rangilmor. Hina bentin, Niloi soma, imirori, itira, Gwilendawel, anvan monwes, arangaya, grayandra.
Yay!
Woo! That was
Beautiful.
awesome. Great job.
Very nice.
I don't know what it was about, but I did really like it.
It's probably about babies being cut in half and like really morbid stuff.
I like
That
it
does
even
seem to
more
be a
now.
theme today.
It's a lullaby after all.
Right. Oh, there you go.
Oh!
Great leg.
I'll find the
Oh,
translation
perfect
and I'll
timing.
post it later.
That'd be cool.
I was gonna
Nice.
say, like, it's like
Me time.
All right, my turn again.
Oh,
Hi. The next song I'm going to do is called The Nightingale, and it was that same Estonian folk singers concert that my mom took me to. But again, an Irish folk song. And I'm going to be walking one morning in May, just like Dame Gabrielle. We're walking together, right? As I went walking one morning in May, I met a young couple, I found them astray. And one was a fair maid, so sweet and so fair, and the other was a soldier and a brave grenadier. And the kiss was sweet and comforting as they come to each other. They were traveling on the river road like sister and brother. They were traveling on the river road till I came to a stream, and they both sat down together to hear the nightingale sing. From out of his knapsack he took a fine fiddle, and he played it such a merry tune that you ever did hear. And he played it such a merry tune that the valley did ring. And they both sat down together to hear the nightingale sing. And the kiss was sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. They were traveling on the river road like sister and brother. They were traveling on the river road till they came to a stream, and they both sat down together to hear the nightingale sing. Oh soldier, will you marry me? Oh no, said the soldier, that never can be. For I have my own wife at home in my own country, and she's the sweetest thing that you ever did see. And the kiss was sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. They were traveling on the river road like sister and brother. They were traveling on the river road till they came to a stream, and they both sat down together to hear the nightingale sing. Oh, I'm off to India for 7 long years, drinking wine and strong whiskey instead of cool beer. And if ever we should meet again, it will be in the spring. And they both sat down together to hear the nightingale sing. And the kiss was sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. They were traveling on the river road like sister and brother. They were traveling on the river road till they came to a stream, and they both sat down together to hear the nightingale sing.
Yay!
That was beautiful.
Hooray! That was really good. That was awesome.
The why the brother and sister are making out, it kind of has a Star Wars theme.
A little crazy.
Or Game of Thrones. Or Game of Thrones. We don't judge
I'm
here.
not judging.
We're living from Alabama. Who knows?
That was beautiful.
Arkansas.
I agree.
Oh, cool. I'm trying to build up my repertoire so I don't have to repeat myself too many times. I do have some other songs, but none that I know super well. But there's songs I could sing if anybody wants to keep going for another round.
Right.
Yeah,
David, I have a couple songs I might do next week. I can give you like a small preview to get you interested, but that's about it.
How long can these songs be? Because I have one, but it's not now, not today, but like I have one I'd love to do, but it's really long.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Not tonight, not today.
I have a couple long ones too.
Yeah.
Maybe next week.
Okay.
What's defined as long? That's probably the best thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you say long, but like
Pretty long. I don't know.
3 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour and a half. Like, is it the whole Tale of Gilgamesh?
Hour and a half might be a little
Oh,
Snap. I'll be a happy middle ground.
so went there. That's awesome.
I like it.
That's okay, Jeremy. Last week, Danny informed us all that this was an inch.
Yeah.
This is in.
Oh my god.
I want to know what you're having.
Right. Well, I always have songs if you guys want one. If you don't, and we're done, and I'll save it for next week.
Same.
You say either or. I have more I could sing, but
I say let's save them for next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
And hopefully,
let's not blow out in the first 2 weeks here. Gotta have some songs left over for future performances.
yeah, there you go.
yeah,
I
I'm
gotta-
waiting
I gotta-
for
I need a
life
week
for my
to
doctor
record
to
all my
let me
back
sing.
back.
So
Yeah, right.
Those were
You
both
got serious studio work to do.
Exactly. There's a lot of editing to do for me.
Heavy. Come on.
So those are both songs I've never done before. How were
How do
you?
we get? Oh,
You're
you're good.
awesome.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you did really well.
I've never done them before.
There we
So
go.
You're great.
Oh, it's a dog.
Cheers.
Yes.
Sometimes
This
it's
is
when you see it
Ruby.
in that performance, that's how you know,
Cheers.
to gauge it. Okay.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Okay.
We'll figure
I
it
think
out.
you can get it figured out.
I watched the video from last week and that was fine.
Yeah, I agree. Me too. It's fine. Yeah. No, geez.
They're in collusion with the gremlins from the mechanical world.
It's on you.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
Thank you very much for stopping by and listening, everybody. We appreciate your watching us, and hopefully you'll feel encouraged to join in next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a great time.
Let's go.
Fun.
Bye. See you
Nice
next
goal.
Salud!
Salute.